guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Frost and Kyuujin, and today we are back again, guys, with Band of Brothers. Episode 3.
Carentan or Carentan, or I don't really know how they say it, but I think it's a French town or something, so we'll see. Last episode,
we jumped on the day in Normandy.
We can see shit.
Everything went to shit. A bunch of our plane got destroyed. Mayhem, our lead officer, got killed in the plane.
Yeah, Winters got bumped up. He's now in charge of Easy Company. That puts a lot of stress on his shoulders, but he managed. Last episode, he came up with great strategies, even though his company was dispersed. He found some guys, and together they got rid of 3 huge guns that the Germans were using on one of the beaches.
Yeah.
So apparently what happened last episode is still talked about in military training, and they got a bunch of medals for it.
Because they had a good tactic.
Yeah. Still, we lost people, and the guilt is heavy on our shoulders. They gotta keep going though. Now that Winters is in charge, we're gonna follow him. We're gonna see, like, he's dreaming of finding a piece of land for himself after this and getting his peaceful life. So I'm really hoping he gets it. But yeah, we're moving on. The war is not over. So let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
In the meantime, let's go.
I did not notice it was DreamWorks. We've been seeing it for 2 episodes. I did not notice.
And
I'm surprised.
What's of it?
I'm just surprised. Sometimes DreamWorks comes up with projects or stuff that is so completely different from what they do, and I'm just like, well, it's always good though.
Yeah, well, DreamWorks.
I thought one of 2 things: a quick death or come through probably without a scratch.
I think everybody had fear. There's people that can handle fear. I think I was probably one of them. I think I was just as scared as anybody else, except I could think.
It's a feeling you would not let yourself down, and you would not let your comrades or your unit down.
You try to handle your fear and work to accomplish what you're supposed to be doing.
Blithe. Hey, Blithe. Blithe!
Shock.
Was he alone?
He's not okay.
Get a load of this, nice, huh? Yeah, it's real stuff, man. Yeah, of course.
My liver's gonna put you all to shame when I get it.
At this point, I kind of hope he gets it.
Got any souvenirs to trade?
He's not there, man.
They're all ticking, unlike their previous owners. Got anything good?
Not yet.
Good.
I want to ask what happened to him, but war pretty much sums it up, right?
You run into Lieutenant Meehan in your travels?
No.
Company HQ's still missing. They think the plane went down.
They say he's gonna turn out.
No.
Yeah, I ain't holding my breath.
Let's go! First platoon!
The thing is, my red flags are like, gotta keep an eye on that guy because I'm almost afraid he's gonna go up and die.
We're taking Carentan. It's the only place where armor from Omaha and Utah Beach can link up and head in there. Glad you could join us.
Thank you, sir.
First platoon, falling behind Fox Company.
He joined them, but is he really there?
The thing is, like, we think that as soldiers, they should be willing to go through fear and be fine, but the anomaly is those who manage to stay calm. That's the thing. You expect people to freak out. I applaud those who manage not to, but I feel sympathy for those who do, so. And I am afraid he's just gonna fucking give up, so keep an eye on him.
Dead, Private.
Paratrooper? Division thinks there's a regiment of them holding Carentan.
Well, there's one less to worry about.
Shit. That's Edelweiss. That only grows in the Alps above the tree line. It means he climbed up there to get it. It's supposed to be the mark of a true soldier.
Go!
We are sitting ducks and
God damn it! Where the fuck is everybody? Get those MGs moving, will ya? Hold on!
I'll be like, I'm fine in the ditch, man. I'm moving.
Get yourself out of that bitch! We are not getting killed out of that line!
I can't blame any one of them who's too freaked out to move. It's a really bad position, man. They had the time to settle, they had the time to prepare. We're sitting ducks.
Lisa Captain 5, ready us? I'm out.
Hey.
Tipper, take lead, Doc, start clearing these buildings. Right, watch out.
It's fucking chaos, man. You gotta believe the others are capable of doing their job.
Grenade! Boss, come on, boss.
Another real fucking tragedy in this.
There will be civilians.
I was thinking like we saw a random piano in the middle of the street and I'm like, this, people live here. People like their whole life is here. They're stuck in the middle of this shit. And like, who's to say like, the guy could have fucking sent a grenade first and he would have killed the whole family.
Yeah.
As much as it sucks, I can't even be mad at him.
Oh, shit! Still alive?
Anybody there?
Careful. Oh, his eyes.
You? Looking real good.
His eyes.
Come here, come here. Easy, easy.
Is okay.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck.
Okay, we're gonna get you fixed up, alright? Hey, come on, you see what I'm seeing?
Is now, never shall be.
He doesn't seem to be afraid at all. He's just like, next. For a sec, I was like, is he? Like, I didn't see any red cross or anything. I was like, is he a medic?
On his arm.
Are you sure it was that blood? Because I didn't know.
No, it's white with a red cross.
But maybe that's why they're not shooting him. But then you would be aiming maybe for the medic.
If you're an asshole, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to stop everyone. He found himself a horse, man.
I'm here and I'm supposed to tell you that we got it clear from here all the way to the north of them crowd.
We'll tell your CO 506 arrived in force and secured all positions south of you.
Yes, sir, I'll tell them. Come on, fat boy, let's go.
You're being so cool, man. Honestly, these two, I'm hoping they make it through both of them. Such a small fucking thing.
Lucky it was a ricochet.
Can hurt you like crazy. We're so weak.
Are you gonna be able to stay off it?
Doesn't look that way.
You gonna be alright?
Have to be.
Yeah.
Kind of like Captain America said, you get killed, walk it off.
I'm with Blithe.
Nothing. Except you can't see.
You went.
See?
So he says.
Sometimes shock can do that to you. The brains is really surprising at times.
Blithe? What happened?
I don't know, sure.
He's just in fucking shock. His brain is shutting down.
I can't see a thing.
Will you just take it easy, Blithe? I'm gonna get you out of here. Get you back to England.
I didn't want to let anyone down.
Just take it easy. Okay, son.
Just fucking can't imagine. I can't blame him though. As much as I understand it, what they told him, like get on your feet and help because they need someone.
Sure. Thank you, sir. I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
Send him home, man.
What do you think of it?
The stress of the whole situation got so intense. I think it's the guilt also of not feeling like he was, you know, capable of doing this. Like he felt bad. It got too intense, and him telling him it's all right, you're going home, just calming him down. Just it brought out like it made him okay, but he's not okay. None of them are, honestly.
We're moving out soon.
Out of town, Lieutenant? Already?
That's right.
Don't they know we're just getting settled here?
You're not here to settle. You're here to win round by round.
You know, you're taking your life in your own hands.
I told you. I didn't actually see it. What, Spear shooting the prisoners or the sergeant in his own platoon? Sergeant?
What? I didn't hear that.
Supposedly the guy was drunk and refused to go on a patrol. Who knows
What?
if it's true?
What's true or not in all of those stories?
Well, all I know, from what I heard, he took that last 105 on D-Day practically by himself.
That I did see.
On his own? Yep.
I personally don't agree with killing prisoners. But I can't fucking judge because I'm not there.
You can still judge if people kill war prisoners.
On D-Day, after everything, I don't even know.
It's not because we're fighting
that we have to be
up the oppressor that it is okay to kill war prisoners still.
Then again, we don't really know what happened to. Like, we don't know who did it. They didn't see it, so. Don't fucking surprise people like that.
How you doing, Blithe? I'm okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Dehydration's a soldier's worst
Pretty sure, I mean, if it's water, good. But I don't think...
Yeah, water though.
Yeah, that doesn't apply.
Hell, we're just moving the ball forward 1 yard at a time. Nothing but a game.
If it helps you keep going.
Come on, Smith, get up, it's your watch.
Oh, shit. It's me, Talbot.
What the hell are you doing? That's Talbot.
Medic! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
You're just waking up, you don't see shit.
Yeah, I can breathe.
You want to get some sleep?
No. Like, you're not even safe in between you guys because you don't know what can happen. You can't surprise the others, you gotta be careful. You know, when I read about the Pacific, I read testimonies about how this was hell. Like, you would get 5 minutes of sleep, if that, and with only one eye. You know, one eye open always, because, like, you never know what can happen. They are waiting for you to fall asleep. You'd be freaking out. You can't see shit, you get cold, you eat shit.
Flash?
Thunder.
Lieutenant Spears, sir.
Oh, he's the one that they
Yeah.
think, okay.
From a D-Dog company, was that?
It's
nervous
D company or
private
dog
citizen.
company.
We do, sir. They just don't see how simple it is.
He's way too calm.
Just do what you have to do.
Like you did on D-Day, sir? Sir, when I landed on D-Day, I found myself in a ditch all by myself. But I didn't really try to find my unit to fight. I just kind of stayed put.
You know why you hid in that ditch, Blythe?
I was scared.
We're all scared.
You're really intense, dude.
You hid in that ditch because you think there's still hope. The only hope you have is to accept the fact that you're already dead. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll be able to function as a soldier's supposed to function. Without mercy, without compassion,
He's a machine,
without
man.
remorse.
It's sad, but it kind of fits with what we said last episode, you know?
You need to be able to
Disconnect.
work through fear and disconnect, yeah.
It sucks because you don't want anyone to go through that and leave their feelings at the door and just lose their humanity. But this is not human. This might be the only way to go through it and be fine. Although you're not fine. I don't know about him, man. I don't know. I feel so bad.
Oh, shit. You just tank.
Dog and Fox are both back.
Fuck off.
Who gave that order?
The enemy tank, I think, sir.
Come on, Clyde! Stand up! Get up on your feet, soldier! That's right, Blithe! You can do it! Fire your weapon, Blithe!
Thank you, man, honestly. Cool shot. To help him go through it. Push him. Saying his name, just bringing him back.
We did say he was a good leader. We did say that Winter was a good leader. Oh, fuck.
Fucking tanks, man.
Oh, shit. Oof. That was so close.
Splinters of wood, you're not you know, gotta be careful with that too. It's so messy. I would hate to be a medic. Everyone fucking calls for you, like you
Cannot be on all fronts.
Oh, hello, second armor.
thank you, man.
Oh,
Yep. That's part of the reason why I hate tanks. Hey. To be fair, that is a whole other trauma. But now that he's done that, maybe he can just... We'll see. The thing is, he is not going home. As much as I say, send him home, he's not going home.
Well,
so.
he was offered a chance to go home when he was blind.
Yeah, well, if he can't fight,
but
but if he can... Get up and get out, yeah. Since they mentioned the thing about the flowers, I kinda hope they'll bring it back. The mark of a true soldier.
Yeah.
He had it too. Take it, honestly, take the flower. For yourself. I like that it's him that took it.
Yeah.
Need to take a look at that farmhouse. Who wants to go?
Hey.
I'll go.
He managed to become the image of a true soldier.
I just hope he doesn't die first trouble, but I respect. I love the focus on him this episode, just to have us go through the shock and the trauma and the fear. Oh, fuck.
Fuck!
Covering fire!
Honestly, being good at your job is only like 1/4 of the job. Luck is the other part.
All right, Blithe, I got you.
They're pulling us off the front line to a field camp north of Utah Beach.
Right after he got shot?
Talked to Colonel Sink. Said he appreciated Easy holding the line. Said General Taylor was pleased.
That's why I came to France. Please, General Taylor.
Which it does them. There is no way to thank them for what they are doing. It feels empty to just be like, thank you.
Give them ice cream.
It is my honor to present you with the Order of the Purple Heart.
Is that him? Yeah.
Yes.
You have no shame. Hey, I got one hole in my shoulder, the second in my calf, then there's the boil on my shin that ought to be lanced.
He only gets one.
I'm
We
glad
can't
that
compare,
he
but...
survived, but I don't know much about his mental health, you know.
All red and bleary.
Grabbed his rifle, he did not tarry.
Bad news. I don't think they go home.
First, the training exercise scheduled for 2200 has been canceled.
Yeah, but...
All passes are hereby revoked. We're heading back to France. We will not be returning to England, boys.
It's worse because, like, they gave them the hope of going back home and then... I know it's not anyone's fault, but still, it sucks.
I expect you'll be wanting your laundry. I heard the trucks. Yes, the Yanks must be on their way off again.
Yes, ma'am.
Lieutenant Meehan's one of yours, isn't he? I hope he hasn't forgotten his laundry.
I'll take it.
No confirmation now.
You couldn't be a dear help me with a few others, could you? Sergeant Evans, Blozer,
All the dead.
Gray, Blithe.
Oh. Shit.
The thing is, we know when we watch anything related to war, we expect death, but it's never easy to see it. I love how they did it. It's kind of like we don't expect it. Like we don't really know what this scene means until she starts naming names, and then we kind of realize, and it's fucking sucks. But this episode, I really like what they did overall, making us follow one guy and understanding the meaning of fear and stuff.
They introduced this episode by saying that when you go to war, you are not prepared to what's coming. Some of the men are gonna have fear and not get over it, and some of the men are gonna have fear and they're gonna get over it, you know.
Yeah, and
you need to get over it. So.
I said it in the episode, like we would expect. We've seen so many war movies. We've seen the survivors, those who pulled through. So what we hear about this is the story of those that managed to keep going despite the fear. But humans are not made for this chaos. They are not made for the amount of trauma that they are facing over there. So what we should expect is people to crumble like Blithe this episode. Those that manage, those that still, you know, go through this and they keep their head on their shoulders and stuff, they do it because of stuff that, you know, motivation, stuff that they tell themselves, like they manage. They're the real, you know, they're the ones that we should look like, oh God, like you manage, I don't know how, but you're something else. But most of these guys were probably like Blithe. Like we've heard stories about soldiers who would, you know, shoot in the air or anything because they couldn't get themselves to shoot the enemy. It's one trauma, by the way. Like just the sound would be overwhelming, the chaos would be overwhelming. Killing someone for the first time and realizing would be overwhelming. Then the wounds and the dead, like it's just too much for us. So I can't fucking blame people like Blithe who find themselves alone in the ditch and they stay put.
They disconnect.
They don't look for trouble. They don't look for the war because they are so fucking afraid. Again, though, I also understand the other side of it because like when they were fighting, when they went to Carentan, when they went into the town first and they got in a ditch and he was stuck there, he got pulled on his feet and he was told, you know, we got guys being shot at over there, we need to help them out. And I was thinking, you're you know, when you're a soldier, you're fighting, you're doing this, you also got to count on the other beside you. That's what they talked about in episode 1 as well. Like they would rather have someone they know beside them because they know they're going to pull through. Although none of them really knew how they were going to react once in the war. But still, you got to be able to count on everyone because your life may depend on it. If your partner or the soldier beside you can't find himself, you know, he gets shocked so much that he can't move and he can't shoot, he's not going to be protecting you. So as much as I completely understand and I can't blame him for being too afraid to move, I also understand that at some point you got to do it. Like, it sucks, but that's the job. That's why it's so fucking sad because there's no real way to do this and be fine after it. Either you fucking push through the trauma or you crumble and people die.
I think maybe most of the time it's because you're not used to it. When he was scared and shocked in that hole, and
was it Winters?
It was Winter the first time, and he kept calling his name to keep him grounded and keep him present.
I love that.
And he said, "Come on, shoot at him. Give them to them."
Well, you know what it made me think of? This. It's kind of like we saw different ways. Some of them managed to, you know, be fine. Well, be fine. As much as you can be. Like how they managed. And it made me think like when you're a soldier that's being overwhelmed with all of this, maybe one of the way you can push through is when you have someone telling you what to do exactly. Like I'll compare it, it's not the same, but I'll compare it to when you're a kid and you're moving to your first apartment and now you gotta pay your bills and stuff. The amount of responsibility can freak you out. That's normally in a normal situation where you're not getting shot at. When you don't have someone to tell you, this is what you need to eat, this is what you need to do, this is that you need to wake up at this hour. Like when the responsibility is on you, you can freak out. Like you can lose everything. That's why so many of us, you know, cannot cook for themselves properly. They can't plan for themselves. Like they're not prepared for the amount of responsibility. Now take that and put it in this situation.
I mean, I just remember when I first went with you in an apartment, like my first time.
Oh, you were more lucky. I had been through 2 years alone.
But I was glad that you were there with me because it is when you're with someone who knows what they're doing, who've been through not some shit, but who they've been through what you're going through. It is easier because you are not alone.
Yep.
When Sergeant Winters was with him and told him what to do, he reminded him that I'm with you. You are not alone anymore.
Exactly. That's
you
why
can
I liked
do
it.
this. We are in this together.
That's why I felt like this was a good way to bring him out of the shock because the responsibility was still on him, but not as much. Like he had someone literally telling him what to do, where to aim, what, you know, shoot. He kept calling his name, which, you know, felt that it was not so much people screaming all around. It's literally someone talking to you. And what you said is exactly that. Like, he was not alone. Someone was right there beside him. I love the like, we didn't even see who it was at first, but just we saw the hand on his shoulder, the support, pushing him, because you're not alone. You're not alone, and that's the best part about this is, despite all of this, you're not the only one going through the trauma. And I love that. I love whenever there's one guy willing to help you go through it, because we heard about, like, they were talking about that lieutenant or whatever who perhaps shot the guys as prisoners.
D company.
Yeah, and perhaps he shot one of his own guys who did not want to follow an order.
I heard he shot one of his guys who didn't follow an order. I heard he shot like 20.
I heard he took
30
down.
friends.
I heard he took down this by himself. Like all of that, like it's tells, but still. The idea for this guy, the idea that if I'm not doing my job, I can get shot. Like I can get punished like that. The idea that when you're surrounded by friends, you can still be fucking killed or hurt because everyone is on edge. Like you're never safe. The stress is constant. So for this moment, I love that he had someone to raise him up, put a hand on his shoulder, fucking tell him, you're gonna be fine. Like this is what you got to do. He focused them, and then after that, he got to breathe in, kill his first guy, and I love that it's him who took the flower and put it on his jacket, considering himself, okay, now I'm a true soldier. It just fucking sucks that reality is like that, and the thing is, like, your plot armor does not exist in real life, and even though you may think you're ready, even though you may see yourself as a true soldier, you're never safe from getting shot.
It's not because also that you leave the front line, because you may be wounded and survive, but you may not survive still, you know, because some of these men never recovered from their wounds.
And saying that, I like in the hospital when they were saying like, oh, I got 3 wounds and 3 purple medals and all of that, like purple hearts. Yeah, and they said, yeah, you get 3, he only gets 1. That's a great thing, because you got shot 3 times, like you got 3 wounds. You're happy to have your medals, you're happy, like you can make jokes about it, but then this guy only needed 1 hit. He got hit once and he died from it eventually. You only have to be hit once. That really puts into perspective how weak we are as humans. Our bodies are so weak. It doesn't take much. Like when Winters got shot, this is a small thing, like the size of the bullet is like not even a pinky finger. Like it's so little, but it can do so much damage, and you only need to be hit once. That's all it takes. It's scary. It's really scary. So I can't fucking blame the guys that are afraid. Fear is a powerful thing, and not everyone can control it. And when you hear the testimonies of those who are like, yeah, you know, I guess I was one of those who managed, they still acknowledge that they were all afraid, and that some of the guys cannot deal with it and stuff. Like, there's no shame. We're all human. Kudos if you can manage, but everyone is afraid. It's just some of them find ways to go through it different. Like one of the guys said, like, it's a game. If you disconnect from reality and you see it like a game, like you don't put as much weight to the situation, maybe that's easier. Yeah, and the other guy acting like a machine.
The thing is, if it's a game, there's no restart at the end if you get killed. Same thing.
If you think of a video game,
it's a one-way game, you know.
If you think of it as a video game, yeah, but just taking out the seriousness of the situation, seeing it more like I'm disconnected completely. Like this is just one step at a time. Like this is like a game. I push a little and a little. Like we're doing this by little moves after little moves. This is one way to do this. The guy acting like he's completely, you know, emotionless when it comes to the people around him. Maybe that's why, if he's the one that shot the prisoners, maybe that's why, like, he doesn't see them as humans. He's completely cut off from I mean, that's the idea I got from him. Like, you just gotta do your job. This is another way I could see them pulling through, by not looking at them and seeing an enemy or even like a human, just seeing a thing you have to shoot. By looking at your job, looking at your gun, and being like, all I need to do is take it and shoot.
Yeah.
Disconnect emotionally. Although it helps you go through it, I can't even imagine the amount of damage it does to your psyche. It looks like you're fine in the midst of battle. You're not being affected as much as the others.
But at the end, it's gonna cut up to you.
I'm wondering if at the end, like, everything just fucking overwhelms you, because like you've been putting it off for so long, you're not facing everything and you can just think about it later. Maybe it helps, like maybe some of them just really buried that deep and never brought it out and they don't talk about it anymore, but it would suck for every one of them. You just got to find one way, what works for you, what makes you go through it, through fear. Because as much as you want to go home, as much as I was saying, please send him home, you won't go home unless you get killed or maimed. There's no reprieve. Like, the war is not over. Kind of like when they all thought they were going home. As long as the war is going on, like, they're gonna have a need for you. You may be lucky.
If
you may have a
rise,
reprieve.
yeah.
You may be lucky and have a reprieve, but chances are, as long as there's a fight, you're gonna be sent again. Especially since now people are dying, so they're gonna need more men and more men. Fucking sucks.
Sucks, yeah.
And I mean, we also saw this episode, like, not just them, but the innocents that are stuck in there. Like, we talked about guilt last episode, but the guilt is still present here. Like, what? It's chances. Chance, like I said it in the episode, like, it's 1/4 skill and 3/4 luck at this point. No amount of skill will protect you if you don't see the shooter that's managed, that's had time to settle in one of the windows and is just prepared to face the enemy. They are waiting for you. That's not, when they went into the city, I was like, the town, I was like,
Carentan,
fuck,
yeah.
then, like, these guys had time. And last episode I was thinking about that too. What's worse, being in a good position and defending that position, or being the one that has to take over the position? Because you have a lot more freedom. You can go around, you can, prepare ambushes, like, you can plan ahead for how you're going to take the position. But if you're in the position, you've had time to fortify it, and you're a lot more prepared to take them. There's no good position, it sounds to me. They are fucked no matter what. So look, we're walking in that town. Yes, they won, but they lost a lot of men, and for a while, these guys, like, they were so well prepared for them, like, they just had to shoot. And poor people fucking stuck in the town too.
That's the thing, because war is not gonna be just in open fields and forests,
It's
on
in
the
towns.
roads. It's gonna be in towns, in houses, shops, with civilians in it.
Yeah.
Huh?
And who's to say, like,
people from both sides gonna go into houses to make a stand, be prepared through the windows.
And we never know. Like, twice, the guy who would shoot the grenade first, he hesitated the second time, and only because of that, the family didn't die. If he had sent the grenade first, they would have exploded. Or the guy that called out, like, is there anyone? And then he shot the privy, the outside toilet.
You don't know if someone was hiding in there.
Because they would not have come out. They don't even talk the language. There are many tragedies when it comes to war, but this is one of the worst. The innocents that had to go through this. Just seeing the town, the piano, the pharmacy, all the little
Drugstore.
shops. Yeah, the pharmacy. So, like, all the little shops, that people live their life here. Like, this is their whole town. This is where their family is, their child, their friends. This is their life. And it's been overtaken by all of this massacre. And if you manage to leave, you still lose everything that you left behind. And if you're stuck in there, good luck. And they have no training. They said in the episode, training is probably one thing that helped them, because they've been hammered with this for 2 years. So they know what to do. And if emotions get too high, they can rely on that instinct. Kind of like when we did karate, our teacher used to tell us, how to learn to defend yourself for real is you got to do the punch over and over again, because when you've done it like 1,000 times, your body is going to react on its own.
You're gonna move on without thinking.
Yeah, you don't have to think about what you do. Your body will do it. So it's kind of the same thing here. After 2 years of intense training, your body just knows, or at least you're expecting your body to know how to react. So when emotions get too high, you're just going to do what you know. Kind of like when they jumped out of the plane last episode, and I said, that's why they trained for so long. Like, they got to be able to do that in the dark with all the chaos. Like, they got to know what to do by instinct. They have that. The innocents don't have that. They have nothing to rely on, to fall back on when there's chaos and bullets and stuff. Shit. It's an intense show, man.
I thought of something when we were watching that episode, and I said, Man, war movies or war TV shows are really great to just watch on your own, you know, but when you react to them,
we don't talk much.
No, you don't. We don't talk much, but you only have one reaction.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's a different. It's a different
same thing over and over again.
It's a different type of reaction. I was thinking that we usually, you know, in order to do a reaction for YouTube, especially, we have to comment. Some people tell us sometimes like we talk too much.
Oh, really?
But the thing is, we have to talk because for us, that's the point of the reaction, to say out loud what we're thinking when we're watching, to comment, to analyze. And legally, we kind of have to do it too, because in order to do a reaction, you gotta bring in something, some sort of commentary. But so whenever there's huge moments of silences, I'm like, shit, like we need to speak up, like we need to comment, we need to do something. Sometimes you just can't. There's so much happening. Sometimes it gets so overwhelming with everything that's going on. There's nothing to say but shit, oh fuck, like we keep the discussion for after because there's no way we can have this discussion in the episode.
But I mean, just like those soldiers or these soldiers, we too are overwhelmed by what's going on screen. We are only watching it, but we are still overwhelmed by whoa.
But in that way, they're doing their job.
Yeah.
Because the point of those is to show us a fragment of what it's like to be there.
I mean, it's DreamWorks and Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that's because they do their job well. But still, the job of any war movie or war TV show is to tell us a story and try to make us understand as much as possible what it feels like to be there. So that's pretty much it for episode 3. It's intense, man. This show, every episode, there's so much happening. It's just crazy. So thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next 2 episodes right away, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't want to, the next one, which is Replacements, will be on YouTube next week.
Yeah.
See you then, guys.
Bye.